about Custodes using their attack, sniping, and scores! Ladies and gentlemen, Dennis English with his hat-trick.
Welcome to the Jižní Město Arena. It's here. 9 teams from 4 European countries battles for getting the place right here to earn their spot in the 2022 NBLL Final Four. So thank you very much for all your effort and passion, you, Vienna Monarchs, LC Pardubice, Lacrosse Braslav, Spreewolf Berlin and Bratislava Bats. And now we're here at the very final stage of this extraordinary season with the best. LCC Wolves, SK Lacrosse Jižní Město, TM Alešice and LC Custodes. And as you're all part of the NBLL family, please wrap up this 2022 chapter together. Welcome to the NBLL 2022 Final Four. My name is Adam Sherpan and it's more than a pleasure to be one of your guides throughout this celebration of lacrosse. And what to look forward during the next 24 hours, of course everyone is thrilled. 2 semi-final games today, and then the bronze medal game, and then the final with crowning the champion. And talking about the semi-finals is the great opportunity to introduce you to our commentators for the first game on the agenda. So please, Barbara Zelenay and Brian Whitmer, tell us what's on the plate for today.
A warm welcome also from our side. My name is Babs and this is Brian. We will be your commentators for today's first semi-final. This is a semi-final like no other, and I think the 2 teams on the floor today really wish not to see each other already in the semi. Brian, how did this happen?
This is the derby that everyone, expected to see at some point. Everyone within the club did not want to be seeing it in the semifinal. Just the way the table kind of shifted. Actually, the Wolves, for a while there, didn't even look like they were going to make it. But Bratislava, maybe slipped up one time and they shouldn't have. And the Wolves ended up squeaking in by just 1 point and landed in that 4th spot. But honestly, they could be if you go by some discussions here, they might be the favorite to win this first semifinal matchup.
I'm very curious. For those of you who are not as familiar with the NBLL League, it is good to know that basically both teams come from the same club. LCC Radotin, the stronghold of box lacrosse in Europe. And they split up during the season and they got some drafts and some shifts. So they tried to make 2 more or less evenly matched teams, which proves to be right here. How did some of the players feel about, moving from one team to the other midway through the season?
I think a lot of the guys were pretty, early on, very, very supportive of it. Head coaches Emil and Lukáš, they sat down. The story is they just drafted out a roster and they said, all right, this guy goes good with this guy. This younger guy needs some help, and we'll kind of move those younger guys apart. And kind of basing those veterans in key positions kind of all over the field for both teams. I think that everyone's enjoyed it. Even if the Custodes have lost a couple games here, I do believe everyone's enjoying playing. When it was A-B, I don't think it was too close sometimes, and I think everyone's enjoying playing those really tight matchups, win or lose.
Absolutely. For the league, it has been wonderful to see that we have, closer matchups, that the teams in the league are more evenly matched than ever before, I'd say. Not just the losses of the Custodes throughout the season, which we haven't seen in, let's face it, in a couple of years, but also somebody like Bratislava coming so close to making it into the Final Four. They must have been heartbroken. What do you think happened there? They missed out by 1 point.
No one plays every important game perfectly. If you say every game's important, you're going to drop an important game. And I think they had an overtime win against Vienna. They lost a point there. That could have been the point. If they just had not gone to overtime. And I think they had a couple losses places. I think they had a loss to was it Yizhny maybe late in the season where they felt confident at home.
I think the decisive one was also the loss to you in Innsbruck, wasn't it?
Oh, they beat us. No, they beat us. Yeah, we went 0-2 against. No, thanks for bringing that up.
Oh, well, sorry.
But no, they came close. A couple other teams came close as well, and the parity of the league. Vienna Monarchs lost in overtime to the 5th place team, and we came in Bratislava. We came in second to last, and we knocked off the number 2 team earlier this season. Not all that long ago. So, speaking to the kind of the parity of the league, and everyone's contender, and we're looking forward to seeing 2 good games here tonight.
Well, this is definitely a special matchup, and who better to tell us about it and how the rivalry and the friendship is of these 2 teams hitting the floor just shortly than one of their own who has all the gossip, all the locker room talk. So over to you, Adam, and your special guest.
Oh yeah, I'm here with one of the stars from LCC Custodes, Pavel, sir. Pavel, it's great to be here with you despite your serious injury which didn't allow you to participate in the semifinals. Tell us how serious your injury is.
Hi, thanks for having me. The injury is the same one that I had before. I twisted my ankle while on practice, so it sucks, but I can't do anything about it. So now I'm just hoping for the best. So I'm gonna get better soon.
Yeah, this has been extraordinarily unfortunate full part of the season for you. On the other hand, we know you had that great opportunity to play in Canada during the spring in Saskatchewan. Tell us how it was.
Yeah, it was great. The Canadian lacrosse is something different than Czech lacrosse. It's much faster, much harder, much tougher. It's great. It was a great opportunity, and I'm glad that I could have gone there. So yeah.
And back to the semis. Tell us, what's your tip on the champion, on the winner of the NBL? I guess is going to be one of the teams from the first semifinal, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I hope that the championship stays in Radotin. I don't really care who wins, but I will hope for the best for my team. So the red one, LCC Custodes.
Thank you very much, Pavel. And also we were wondering about the tips on the champions of the teams whose teams stayed in front of the gates of the semifinals. So please look at the tips of those 5 teams.
I'll go first. I got Wolves. I just think that if they put it all together on a good night, there's nobody they can't beat. I got Wolves.
Já myslím, že by to mohlo být Jižní Město. Určitě to nebudeme my. Certainly won't be us.
It's not us. Yeah.
Já si trochu tvrdit, že vítěz NBL vyjde právě z toho druhého semifinále, kde se potká Jižní Město s Malešicema. A můj odvážný tip je, že letos by se mohlo zadařit Malešicím, protože opravdu hrajou nejlepší lacrosse za poslední roky, dokázali začlenit mladí kluky, kteří jsou pro ně už v tuhle chvíli klíčoví, dokázali získat spoustu zahraničních hráčů a věřím tomu, že když jim zachytá brankář, tak přejdou přes semifinále a dokážou porazit ve finále Custody nebo Wolves.
Tým na vítěza je tento rok ťažký, semifinalisti majú v základnej sezóne proti sebe 1-1, čiže tipnúť víťaza je veľmi ťažké tento rok. Keby som išiel na istotu, poviem LCC, ale nič mi miesto Malešice majú tiež teraz rozbehnúť tú poslednú šnúru. Uvidíme.
Die Final Four dieses Jahr sind wieder sehr, sehr stark. Ich glaube, dass sich am Ende die Erfahrung von Radotin durchsetzen wird, von LCC Radotin. Ich erwarte aber sehr knappe und sehr spannende Halbfinalspiele und bin schon sehr gespannt, wer sich am Ende wirklich durchsetzen wird.
Ich sage, Jižní Mesto bringt als große Überraschung, würde ich sagen, den Titel nach Hause von der NBLL 2022.
Wer wird Sieger diese Saison? Da wir leider in der Final Four nicht sind, können wir es schon mal nicht sein. Aber wir denken, dass Radotin gute Chancen hat, der LCC. Allerdings ist es für den LCC zu sein, so wie bei uns für den FC Bayern. Deswegen drücken wir nicht die Daumen für LCC, sondern hoffen, dass Jižní Mesto die Meisterschaft überraschend holt und feuern stark an.
And now let's focus on the first semi-final. Definitely this is the derby, Radotin versus Radotin. And we wondering about the feelings of the biggest stars of the both. So let's look at the interview with Dominik Pešek and Jakub Vímola. Ve Final Four potáhne LCC Wolves Kuba Vímola. Kubo, gratuluju k postupu. Jak se těšíš na závěr sezóny?
Těším se, věřím tomu, že všechny zápasy, které diváci budou mít šanci vidět, tak budou dobrý. Už tomu tak ukázala uplynulá sezóna, že je to vyrovnaný a může to vyhrát opravdu kdokoliv.
Vy jste v rozporu s minulýma ročníkama proklouzli do Final Four doslova na poslední chvíli. Jak si vnímal ten závěr základní části, kdy vám pomohl výsledek Jižního Města v Bratislavě?
Tak pro nás celkově ta druhá část sezóny byla taková divoká, protože jsme byli tak na poslední chvíli rozhozený do dvou týmů a vlastně z té první části, kdy LCC teďka červený, tak postupovali jasně z prvního místa, tak jsme někteří hráči šli do týmu, který to Final Four vlastně neměl celou dobu vůbec ve svých rukách a museli jsme vyhrát za každou cenu všechny zápasy, co se nám nepodařilo a z toho plynulo to, že jsme teda až se tam dostali vlastně po výhře Jižního Města nad Slovákama, takže tím to bylo dost těsné.
O víkendu bude pravděpodobně na Jižním Městě plná hala, jak se těšit na atmosféru.
Na to se těším asi nejvíc, protože tohle je vlastně to nejlepší, co může být, si to vždycky zahrát prostě před fanouškama a vidět, že z toho máme radost nejenom my, ale i lidi, kteří se přišli podívat, takže na to se těším asi nejvíc.
Kubo, děkuju moc, hodně štěstí.
Děkuju.
102 gólů, 57 asistencí. Objektivně neskutečný čísla, neskutečná sezóna Dominika Peška. Dominiku, já ti gratuluju.
Děkuju.
A subjektivně, jaká podle tebe byla sezóna LCC a tvoje?
No tak moje body nějaký byly, ale byly tam 3 prohry, což je nezvyklý pro nás. Sezónu bych dobře nehodnotil. Prohráli jsme zápas ještě předtím, než jsme se rozdělili do 2 vyrovnaných týmů, tak jsme prohráli s Pardubicema a pak po rozdělení máme jako Custodes další 2 prohry, takže já nemůžu hodnotit sezónu jako úspěšně doteď. Pokud to dotáhneme do konce, tak to úspěšný bude, ale teď si zahráváme s ohněm trošku.
Chci na to navázat další otázkou. Spousta lidí říká, že liga je neskutečně vyrovnaná, je před náma Final Four. Někdo dokonce říká, že šance jsou stejný na vítězství. Jak to vnímáš ty?
Úplně stejně. Liga je vyrovnaná. Jižňák šel poslední část sezóny hodně nahoru, vyhrával suverénně zápasy. Malešický posílil o pár amíků, který jako neskutečně změnili jejich herní styl. Mladý kluky tam mají šikovný, ty Adamce. Takže jako liga je vyrovnaná, šance jsou na všech stranách.
Liga měla 16 kol, dohromady to bylo 72 zápasů, což je poměrně nezvyklá porce na poslední roky. Jak si vnímal tu dlouhodobost sezóny?
Ale v pohodě, mě to jako nevadí a jako rád hraju zápasy, takže když bude víc zápasů, vůbec mě to netrápí.
V posledním rozhovoru, který jsme spolu měli, si mi říkal, koho by si nepřál do semifinále. Povedlo se to. Máte Wolves. Jak se těšíš na tenhle ten zápas, dále se říct, že se na ně těšíš? Jak vůbec vnímáš ten fakt, že se potkáváte už v semifinále, což nebylo zvyklé?
Mrzí mě to, že se potkáme v semifinále, protože to znamená, že nemůžeme hrát společně finále, ale No, jako šance budou vyrovnaný na obou stranách, si myslím. A já se na to těším, protože, jak se známe s klukama, jak je to takový vyostřenější, jako i s nějakými s Malešicema máme jako ty zápasy takový ostřejší, mi přijde, že se jako hecujeme trošku, ale když ty kluky znáš jako z tréninku, tak je to o to lepší.
Muziku Dominiku, hodně štěstí na svůj tým.
Dík, čau.
We are almost there, ladies and gentlemen. And before we move to the moment we all have been waiting for, let me express many thanks to our generous partners. So thank you very much, Promed and the product Sales Plus, Promed and Kappa, Forward Production, Foxlux, Sweet IT, PVSDP Insurance Group, Fortuna Entertainment Group, and Brewery Horimir. Thank you very much for your support. And now, ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. We are there. So, Barbara, Brian, LCC Wolves, LC Custodes, the floor is all yours.
Welcome back here to the floor. The heat is rising in this Jižní Mesto Arena in south of Prague. My name is Barbara Zelenaj. I'm here with Brian Whitmer. We will be your commentators today. We have about 11 minutes till game time, and we would like to tell you a little bit more about these two teams. Brian, we've seen, some moves. We already talked about it over the summer. Who are the most notable ones?
I would say that the biggest moves to the Wolves are the addition of Tomáš Knotek and Jirka Loskot. Loskot not leading the pack whatsoever in goals, but just a game presence. And then also on that left side is Tomáš Stepan Friedel. Sorry about that. And on the back door, right? So we're still talking about Wolves here. Back door, adding Kuba Vimola to this Wolves team, already doing quite well on defensive end. But I think that the Wolves maybe might have won the fantasy football draft. Moving to the other side of the floor, it's nice to see Honza Polak back in a jersey. Backpack playing. Also saw the biggest addition for the Custodes being Maciej Kressel, an absolute fantastic athlete, joining the likes of Miroslav Polak and the captain Martin Hodan, kind of making this a very, very strong defensive team. Coming out of that backfield, obviously, never willing to give up the player of Tomáš Hayek, the fastest player in the Czech Republic, the most dangerous player in transition. I think those are some of the more significant moves. Cannot forget about Lukáš Kučera, the Wolves. The Wolves prospect, 16 years old. He finds his way into a red Custodes jersey this season, right? And he's joining the likes of Dominik Pešek. That's a lot of points, right?
45 points to be exact, with 43 goals alone this season. That is pretty amazing. We're here watching the best box lacrosse in Europe, but it's definitely worth mentioning that many of these guys also play on the field national team that you are coaching and getting ready for the World Championship next year in San Diego. Now, we spoke about Vimola, who we were missing in Wrocław at the qualifier. Have you already thought about what your squad might look like for next year?
No. Short answer. No, honestly, field or box, I believe that the strongest team is going to be the team that's just playing a lot of lacrosse. And we're honestly not too focused on doing too much preparation until this league is over. I need my guys, right, playing some of the best competition they can get, whether it's box field or honestly, if it was ping pong, I'd be happy if they were playing, at this high of a level. So once this league is kind of over, right, we have a lot of imported players here in Prague. We're going to be playing against, it's going to be Czech national team against USA of Prague. If you're gonna train for a world championship, what better way than play against a bunch of Americans? And we were able to do that at home here, and it's absolutely fantastic.
Let's talk about the imports a little bit. That has definitely been one of the major improvements of the league this year. You bringing in guys, and we have to say you because it mostly came out of your effort that you put into this game over here in Prague. How did you go about it? How did you make these guys come over here and want to play?
Sure. So there's no two stories that are exactly the same. And as it pertains to this game, you have Nick Taylor and Braden Moore both playing for the Wolves. I had nothing to do with those two, right? And there's the St. Lawrence University guys. I had nothing to do with them. They happened to be here studying abroad. They got in touch, and we kind of just plugged some guys in and, made some rosters work. Additional to that, we do have ways we can kind of, entice people to come over here. For anybody listening at home, a master's degree over here at Charles University, a 600-year-old university, world-renowned, is $1,200 per year. Not per semester. That's 1,200 American dollars per year, as opposed to the 30 grand you can do per semester. You could do a master's in the U.S. So we have two guys doing master's degrees over here. We brought a couple guys over to teaching English. We had a couple guys over here just to kind of hang out and party and play a lot of lacrosse for 3 months. It's a diverse kind of program, and it's done well for a lot of these different teams and kind of spiced up the league for sure.
This place is definitely one to be hanging out at. It's a beautiful city, a lot of culture, good position within Europe, good to travel around, so I can only recommend anybody wanting to come over here. But not only Prague, the league has expanded to 4 countries in total, so it's not a Czech league anymore, it's an international league and growing to be a true European stronghold. Let's talk about some of the teams that have joined the league from outside of Czech Republic. Namely, we have Berlin Spreewolfe, we have Bratislava Bats, Vienna Monarchs.
Sure, I like to call it kind of a 4.5 country league. Pardubice relies heavily on their Polish players. Poland does not have a team, but they do have probably 8 or 9 players in the league on that one team. So I like to include Poland on that. In future, we'd love to see a team from Wrocław or a collective Polish team as a whole. But at the moment, having Austria, Germany, Slovakia, and the Czech Republic all united in one league and playing the best lacrosse. It's not just simply a Czech league anymore. This is simply the best European league.
I would even dare to say this is the best box lacrosse league outside of North America, not just in Europe, but if we look at the world stage, then this is by far definitely the best box lacrosse I've seen outside of likes of the NLL.
We can shrink that up even more. Honestly, I'd say it's the best box lacrosse league outside of Canada. Having played senior box lacrosse across the United States, with the exception of the First Nations communities, right? Having played a bunch of those senior level American box leagues, the NBLL is a better league. Maybe there's a better team in the United States, but as far as parity, as far as competition, constant competition, rosters, referees, streaming, the NBLL dwarfs everyone outside of Canada. Honestly, in some senior leagues in Canada. As far as the league managing itself, are there better teams in Canada? Absolutely. Are there better teams in America? Absolutely. But I'm talking about top down for the organization of the league, rosters, statistics by point bench, right? Just the way things are run. I would say the NBLL is one of the top leagues in the world. It has nothing to do with the talent level, or has nothing to do with the thousands of players that might argue in different leagues, but the NBLL is certainly a unique beast, and we have come to love the 2022 NBLL more than years past.
I would agree to that, and I'm more than happy to be part of this league this season around. I kind of snuck my way in through officiating, so thanks for the shout out for the referees. Talking a little bit more about these two teams we see on the floor warming up. I mean, these guys have played together for more than a decade, some of them. Some of them are second-generation lacrosse players, which probably Czech Republic is the only country where that is a thing, where we have second generation and maybe even coming close to third generation.
Dominic Peszek's son has been playing U8, and he is the third. As far as I haven't been able to find a different one, but as far as we know, he's the first third-generation lacrosse player.
We definitely have a potential for some more. Later today, we have the other semifinal with Malešice and Jižní Mesto, the local team, which also are working heavily on their second generation. But yes, indeed, I would say the Pešeks are the only family so far to have 3 generations of lacrosse players actively in the league. We are about to start here. It will be a battle of the giants if you want. We are very curious, and we've heard from you in the video earlier what your tip for the winner is.
I really think if I put down $10 or $10,000, I think I'm losing my money tonight. And I'd say that if you look to the left, you see the Custodes a little bit of a shorter bench. They've had, of those trades, they had the injury bug bite a little harder. The white team, the Wolves do seem to be playing a very smooth game, but then they also had a total collapse against Malachite late in the season. So we'll see. Is it the legs of the wolf or the Dominik Pesek show? What's going to happen here tonight?
I think regardless, we will see a Dominik Pesek show because his points just speak for itself. 102 points, 57 goals, 159 assists. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Welcome to the Derby. LCC will win this game. LCC will lose this game.
Either way, there will be a loser from Radotin and there will be a winner from Radotin. So, maybe no harm, no foul. Can you tell us a little bit more about the coaching staff? How did they divide that?
Lucas said, I'll go with the red ones if you go with the white ones. I'm not sure if there really was a rationale there. You do see Peter Popier just kind of stepping up, and I think he's more of I don't think he's asserted himself as the head coach, but I do believe that he will be moving into a coaching role. He's not wearing a helmet. He's not wearing pads for the first time I've ever seen, postseason. So I do believe Peter Popier is going to move into that coaching role. And I'm not sure if there was any rationale between you go with this team or I go with that team, but I do believe Emil kind of resonates a little bit more with the younger guys, and Lukas kind of the old guard of LCC there, right? And so maybe that was the rationale, but we shall see.
I would agree, looking at, Emil Moravec and Popier on the white bench for the Wolves. They have been playing a couple of games with them, so they've not been strictly in a coaching role. I have heard rumors that because of the, let's say, sickness bug on the red team, the Custodes team, that Lukas might be suiting up. I don't see him suited up today, so hopefully they have been able to regain some of their sick players for tonight's game.
But you are seeing Victor Blaha, the number 2 goalie, or the 50-50 goalies, but you do see Victor Blaha, for this first half at least, wearing player pads, and he will be on the floor.
We are just doing rosters on the floor here. Maybe I will introduce you to the officiating crew for this game, headed by the head official of this league, Martin Bartuška, together with Radek Košťal and Daniel Hagen, who will be leading this game today. The heat is rising in this hall, and if you are listening to us right now, definitely tell your friends to tune in also later for that second semifinal, because man, this arena will be full, and Malachite fans are famous for being very, very loud, so hopefully you will be able to hear the commentary at all in that second game. But let's come back to this first game, and we are about to start with Vimola on the face-off against...
So a key injury for this Custodes team is the loss of, a key loss for the Wolves team is the loss of Andre Streblik at the face-off. Has 2 broken ribs. He had broken ribs, played for 3 weeks, and then decided it hurt. So what we have here now, Honza Polak will be facing off for the Custodes against Kuba Vimola, a longtime veteran of the Custodes. We're talking about one of those big trades to the Wolves team. And here we go.
Yeah, Honza Polak is no newbie on the face-off. He has been playing a lot in that position, so it will be easy for him to step in and step up. Let's see who gets the first one.
Big check from Vimola. Tilsher wheels it up. Look guarded by Hayek. Kuchera gives a little bit of pressure. A little bump there from Tilsher. First shot from... And Jacek gets the second shot. 2 shots. We are less than 20 seconds in. This is what you came here for. Kuchera, watched by Hulish. And Pesek has his first touch of the night.
Definitely won't be the last.
Very tight defense inside. See Nick Taylor guarding Dominik Pesek. Shot First save for Slavic. Both goaltenders have saves here. We had 3 shots on the night. Looks like Szymon Kuchera flips it up to Peshek, unable to handle. Slavic gets a check on it. Hoda goes in the corner with Prohaska. Ball's up and away. Hoda scrambling to get a hold of it. I think he will have a shot here tonight. And saved by Maric. Hoda whistled for up and back in. Lost shot. Patrolling the left side. Up to Boschnik. Vesely, watched there by the second goaltender, as we discussed, Victor Blaha. Loscott looking for a pass. Errant pass. We will see a breakaway for Vojta Postupa if he can hold on to it. Friedel gathers, but there will be no reset on that shot. So Custodes will go back on the offensive. Matej Barak looks to pass and change. Hansa Polak now. Prohaska. Down to Kuchera. Inside. Vimola with the controls the ball. A great slide help there from Tonda Gottwald. We're running 2-on-1, 3-on-1, 3-on-2. Inside to Knotek, knocked off, picked off by Hayek.
The speed of this game alone, I mean, we're 2 minutes in when we saw, what, 5 shots?
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to talk this whole time like this. This is a lot going on here. I should switch to soccer. Those World Cup guys got it easy.
Oh yeah, that is so boring. So I mean, if you're looking for an alternative to the World Cup, we're here for you.
Tobias Formaniak, he's actually one of the exceptions to the age requirement. He's 14 years old. Kuchera, watched there by Hulesh. Hulesh gets a nice check on Szymon Kuchera, older brother of Lukasz Kuchera. Hulesh walks in, behind the back, just off the mark. Friedel will gather. Good check from Matej Barak, a new father.
Congratulations.
Scott steps over. Oh, absolutely. Shovel shot from Friedel will go over and back.
We will be talking a lot about incorporating juniors in this senior men's game, as many of the teams have been very successful bringing up their juniors into this league. We have a bunch of 16-year-olds and even a 14-year-old, right?
Yeah, Toby, yep, just took a shot there. Tobias Formaniak is 14 years old. He had signed the waiver, he was able to play. LCC young goaltender Dan Halick got his start for the Berlin the other day as in the goal. They needed one in a pinch.
And even the Wolves goalie Slavic isn't that old, right?
I believe he's 18 going on 19 now.
So we have a lot of young players over here, and we watched some of the U8s and U12s just this morning, so the future is bright.
Matej Kressel absolutely bodies Tomasz Jacek. Dunk attempt from Luscott, unable. Tomasz Hayek, unable to get that quick whistle opportunity to go for a break. He will get his breaks here tonight. He gets them every game. It's just a matter of when and if he can vary. Lukasz Kuchera steps over the first goal of the night. Lukasz Kuchera, beautiful assist from Dominik Peshek. A very rare defensive breakdown from the LCC Wolves. You see Tonda Gottwald there kind of saying, hey guys, pack it in. Just you got lost.
A lot of action in these first 4 minutes of this game. These teams know each other so well. They don't need that usual, let's look what they're playing. Let's play a little bit defensively and wait what's going to happen. They don't need that, and it's full throttle, full speed, all the way from the beginning. Shots left and right. And another one.
Beautiful save on Knotek by Kuba Maric. Matej Barak forced back, pick off, check by Hodan. 3-on-2. Oh yeah, hate to see it. It happens frequently. You kind of get caught in that change. the offensive guy will sub off, see they've got the ball and go back, and that defensive guy doesn't see it in time, just kind of goes on the floor. So a 2-minute, too many men, illegal substitution call will be assessed. Stepan Vesely will serve the penalty, and Tomasz Prohaska will receive this ball up top.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an anticipation failure, right? Because they anticipated Custodes to go forward with the ball, and then they lost it, but they already subbed their guy on.
So the left side is stronger here. A nice block there by Tilsher. Taylor moves the ball up. All alone on this side of the floor is Matusz Tilsher. And a save from Marish.
Matusz also one of, obviously my favorite players because he is also the youngest official ever to officiate a world championship. He was 18 years old in 3 weeks when he officiated in Langley at the World Championship a couple of years ago, and he's also a very strong player for this Wolves team. Maybe worth mentioning he's one of the 4 players that spent some time in Canada earlier this year between the Memorial and the Summer, which I believe you helped arrange.
Correct. We had 4 guys head up play for the Saskatchewan SWAT Junior B Club. Also, they have a Junior A program. Guys got a couple of games. And 2 goals for Lukasz Kuchera. 2 goals for Lukasz Kuchera, 2 goals for Dominik Pesek.
Yeah, penalties will hurt in this game because both teams are very good at scoring on a man up. And yeah, this one has been avoidable, but it happens sometimes. But sometimes it's also like a little bit of a needle in the butt that makes you play even harder when you're 2 back.
We shall see. How do you respond from this? Being down 2-0. Obviously the game is 4 quarters long. Guys have a lot of time to kind of fix it, but Lukasz Kuchera back from a broken rib injury. Oh wow, big hit there from Vimola. Shimo Kuchera wants the penalty, but not coming.
We are playing 4 Stop Club quarters. For those of you who only tuned in this game, maybe we have some fans from Saskatchewan tuning in. Maybe later today, we'll see.
Victor Blaha with the ball up here now. Watched by Tilsher. Big check from Halota. He checked from behind. Ball will go white. Wolves moving the ball ahead. Nice move there from Tilsher to beat Pesek's press. Loscott.
Man, you gotta love the speed of this game. It's unlike any other. It's just back and forth, up and down, the shots on goal. If you want to know a little bit more about the stats, just head to Point Bench and find the final rosters. You can see all the stats there.
Right. Koshal with the rebound. Big shot up from Loscott. Very wisely stays in the crease with Matej Barak. He gets the ball up to Tomasz Hayek now, watched by Nick Taylor. He gets through, over to Barak. Behind the back shot, saved by the shin pad of Joseph Slavic.
For those of you who did decide to stay at home and are in Prague, you might want to join us here live because the beer is just 30 Czech crowns and it's the special brewery from Horimir.
A big check from Vimola on. Vimola takes it to Martin Hodan. Gives a big forecheck there. They do get the out and back in call, and the ball will go back Wolves.
Maybe a chance for the Wolves to get up on the board. 7 minutes played in this first quarter of the first semifinal. And there it is. I said it. I called it.
You're so good at that. Vojta Vajmik able to find a streaking Hanzo Hulic coming through the middle. Find that far side, coming from the left side, finds that far side, and finally able to solve Kuba Marish for the first goal of this Wolves. First goal for the Wolves. 2-1. The Custodes are leading the LCC Wolves here. All smiles at the face-off X because they know they have quite a bit of lacrosse left to play.
You can tell the Wolves to thank me later. It is great to see both teams up on the board. 7:30 played. We have 2-1 score. And ball goes. Custodes.
Big chop there. Off the mark, but Postuba off the mark. Will go over and back. Nick Taylor's on the run. I think it'll be a little too close to the goaltender there.
Right spot. We can't restart play too close to the goal.
Nick Taylor's like, hey, give me the ball. The goalie Kumarash just kind of smiles and doesn't do anything.
Well, he's not required to, that's for sure. Yeah.
Stefan Vesely evades Mathieu Kressel. Friedel steps into the middle. And a second goal. Friedel weaving, dodging, moving his way through. Beats Marish on the short side. You don't see that too often.
Absolutely. This is a hell of a game. 2-2. I mean, we knew it's gonna be close, but the speed of this game is just like I'm baffled. And I've seen these teams play a lot. They always play fast, but I think the speed tonight is just something else.
Well, I think that's where you see a lot of these LCC blowouts against other teams. Actually, if you can't play with this speed, you're going to lose because they kind of do make you play their game. That's a big thing with LCC. They like to play this ping pong. They don't like to play 5-on-5. They like to play 4v3, 4v2. You know, these quick numbers things. And they'll force it quick. Dominik Pesek diving off the bar. Numbers the other way. Vashmik and Vimola.
Yeah, and you were just talking.
Vimola still has the face-off stick there. I don't think he knew how it was going to pass. So Shimo Kuchera up.
Just talking about it, that they don't like to play the full 5-on-5 kind of wait it out and settle it. They just go, and this is what we've just seen here. Also, Pesek's specialty, the dive, right? He's very successful with that most of the time.
No real ton to Gottwald. Wisely pulling it out. Uncharacteristically wisely pulling it out. Knotek, oh, Kostal takes it from Knotek. Knotek smiles, and that pass was not, that pass was. Friedel over to Loscott, bobbles it quickly. Pick from Friedel, pass inside, Knotek unable to handle, and there goes Tomasz Hayek off to the races. Friedel, check, second pass. Kuchera, short side, handled by Friedel, unable to handle. Save by Slavik on just the ball doesn't stop moving.
No, it keeps moving, and this is, I would say, the number two thing that these Radotin teams just do so much better than everybody else. The stick skills are unbelievable. The passes, the rebounds, they can catch rebounds, which most teams really struggle with.
I think that there's something you learn when you're 5 and 6 years old that you can't learn otherwise. And maybe it's just from number of years played, But I also think that there's your brain is works in such a way that you have to actually learn some things at 4 and 5 years, 6 years old. And I think these Radotin kids get that.
And not just Radotin kids, so you have very young kids in Straslav.
I think all kids get that. Sorry, but the only ones, the only ones really starting, the ones who came up with youth lacrosse, invented it more or less in the Czech Republic, was Radotin.
This is definitely an appeal to anybody else watching across Europe and the world. Just start them young, start them early, and really invest in youth lacrosse. It is worth it. You're watching it play out right here on NBLL 2022.
Scott underneath. Or sorry, Knotek underneath. Loscott against Blaha. Loscott unable to come up with the rebound. Hold on. Moving it up to Kressel. Kressel will opt to run. Watched there by Hanzo Hules, two Pilsen products.
Yeah, Pilsen has joined into this team. I mean, Pesek has been playing for Pilsen for a while before rejoining.
And picked off by another Pilsen product, Peppa Haas, in transition. Vashmik up ahead. Vashmik stopped. Friedel. This is so much fun.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we will get to see another Pilsen team coming up soon.
Friedel diving. Goal.
Oh,
Friedel leaves his feet. What a goal. Highlight action in the first quarter. What a goal from Friedel. And honestly, that was 4 shots. That was 4 shots in 10-second frame.
And the Malešíce fans who are reserving their spot here in the arena for the later game, they're sitting just to the left of us, cheering on that beautiful lacrosse action.
it doesn't matter what the uniform is. When that play happens, you got to cheer for
Oh,
it.
absolutely.
And a nice pickup from Tilscher there. Actually, that was one of the maybe the mistakes with the trades made between those two teams. The Wolves have rostered all 3 quality face-off players. Matusz Tilscher is a fantastic draw guy. I don't think he's taken more than 2 or 3 this season because they have Vimola and they have Ondra Streblik. And a big bounce shot over the top. Jorda Loskot gets on the board.
Man, what a game. We went 2-0 to 2-2 to now 2-4. Now for the Wolves.
I would say, are you calling? Is this run over now? Is it the Custodes' turn? You seem to be the omniscient one. So,
as you said earlier, there's a lot of lacrosse left in this game. We're just coming towards the end of that first quarter. We have 3 full quarters.
Hansa Polak won the ball. He just couldn't hold on. Vodelon in run, off the mark. Vesely, Taylor. Taylor moves it ahead. Wisely heads off. Nick Taylor's a long stick midfielder or defender at. Oh, that would be a crease call. There was contact with the goaltender, but that was because of a Custodes defender. It wasn't like Hulish made contact with the goaltender on his own. A wise no call by the official.
Exactly. This is something that many people don't understand. You have to be on a direct trajectory towards the goalie for it to be an intentional goalie contact, right? If you get put there by the defense, it's not
a big save between the legs. Tomasz Prohaska loves to come across and go Mezinoi between the legs there. And another transition goal. Voshmik finds his first of the night. Friedel, his 2nd point in a row.
Well, at this point, the Custodes might be wishing for that quarter-time break.
Who's sponsoring this quarter-time break?
I would say Horimir. Because
they will be sponsoring my quarter-time break.
that is the 30 Crown beers here in the arena. You should definitely come over here and check it out.
Check it out. Oh, wow, a broken play there. Matej Brock in transition. He puts his on the board. 5 short seconds later, Matej Brock, kind of a muffed opportunity, right? If his original player, I believe it might have been Posteba. If Posteba had picked it up the way he should have, that would have blown that opportunity, but everyone kind of saw that was going to happen and kind of went to different positions, and the ball just kind of bounced a different way, and Matej Brock adds his first goal of the night. Nick Taylor kind of looks it up while he's trying to pick that up. Brock on the check with the forearms. Taylor moving underneath, a nice move.
God, this is so exciting, unbelievable, and we're only 13 minutes into the first quarter of the first semifinal.
Another veteran player there is Jiří Kostal, some of the best hands in Europe.
I think the foreign players.
Looks up to Loskot. Loskot underneath. Wisely checks out. 8 seconds. A dump! That's his bread and butter. It's not something you ever teach a kid, but he just if you're playing one side, he'll play the other.
I mean, he's also one of the absolutely tremendous athletes that you've been talking about. He plays all kinds of sports, not just lacrosse. That's actually true for a lot of the athletes.
He kills me at ping pong. We're still talking about ping pong, right? He kills me at ping pong. He's a above average. He's a pretty good hockey player. Oh wow, Lukasz Kuchera tries to stand up Vimola, doesn't go well. And Hansa Polak gets on the board, makes it a 2-goal game once again.
There's definitely some laws of physics that even the best skill can't, go against. So that check against Vimola was just not.
Yeah, I don't see Lukasz Kuchera ever moving Kuba Vimola meters or feet. I don't see him moving him an inch or a millimeter.
Very unlikely.
Vimola easily picks that one up. Voshmik all alone. Hulesh having himself a fantastic season. I think there was some statistic errors because just every game I've seen, Hulesh has taken. Oh, wow. Signature face dodge down the alley for Tomasz Knotek. That's the first time he's been able to bury that tonight, but that is his bread and butter. He finds that all the time.
They just make it look so easy, right? Like,
and it's the
easiest thing in the world.
He might have had that ball in his stick 2.5 seconds, 1.5 seconds. it's not like it's a long, drawn-out strategy. It's like, you know, if you can't keep up.
I would like to see that statistics. I don't know if it's possible to make it, but to see, you know,
Time
how many
time
goals.
in stick.
Yeah, time in stick and how many goals resulted in which length of the ball being in the stick. Because I would almost bet that.
Oh, Matej Barak is a squirrel. Matej Barak is as squirrely as they come. As far as that goes, that's personality. That is how he plays. It's just.
Not the biggest guy, but he can get there and he can be where he needs to.
You expect one thing to happen, Matej Barak will do something else.
It is very true. We have 50 seconds left in this first quarter, and it's unbelievable.
12 total goals. I'm happy to say I did wager money on this game, on the total number of goals scored, and I am about 2 goals from making money tonight. In the first quarter. Liam Dybel, pay up, pal. And Tomasz Jacek. Wow.
I mean, this quarter alone is enough for a highlight video of the whole season. Holy cow, and it's not because of the lack of goaltending. I mean, both goaltenders are really good, but the shots are just incredible.
Actually, these are the 2 national team goaltenders of the Czech Republic. You saw the Czech team take home the bronze medal in Hanover this summer. Kuba Maras was the starter, but Josef Slavik had a solid third place game against the Finns for the win for the bronze.
Absolutely, that game was something. Czechs just dominated it all the way through, and
it was a fun one to play in too. Honestly, like it was even. It was, you know, everyone's a little bitter that they're in that game, but it was a lot of fun.
Well, the next one is just around the corner.
Big pick from Kostal. But you know what? It wasn't like he didn't blow him up. All he did was a big old tap. Matej Barak goes for the first. Wow, I'm not sure if it would have counted, but a beautiful diving, sweeping leg save from Josef Slavik. And Josef Slavik, I talked to him 2 days ago, and he was not sure he was going to be playing today.
Yes, he was on antibiotics.
He still is.
Couple of days for sure, so he probably still is. Even last night, it wasn't clear if he's gonna be able to play. Emil Moravec was also ready to suit up.
Goalie.
Yeah,
no way.
Unbelievable, right?
Nothing against Bronislav Streblik, one of the official backup goaltender of the Wolves.
Bronya would have been in goal with Emil as the second backup.
Right. Sorry.
Maybe I. So if you're watching us online, let us know where you're watching from. Just head to Instagram for NBLL.
Can you check out the Instagram or the YouTube live comment? We will say anything you post on the YouTube comment section. Try me.
We will. So we will take a very short break here. Give the guys a little bit of a breather.
Give us a breather.
Well, especially you. I mean, you've been off the shelf here. I'm just looking at the comments. All right, so yeah, hello from Canada, from Todd. Todd, let us know where in Canada you are.
Todd Bichard is from Halifax, Nova Scotia. I don't know about Halifax, but he's definitely from Nova Scotia. His son Alex has been playing.
You just know everybody.
I do know. I know everybody. I know. I don't even know. I know everybody. Oh, I'm assuming it's Alex Bichard's dad. There's a picture of Alex in his Bratislava jersey. So.
Well, there you go. So let us know where you're from. Ask us anything. We are checking the live comments, and we'll respond to it. And as Brian said, you know, Darren.
Pavel Semrok says, Kokam. Ahoy, Pavle.
Hello to New York, I think, Pavel.
Pavel's living in New York City, working for the embassy.
So good morning to you, and yeah, definitely keep watching. Yeah, New York, there it is. See, we know where you are.
So we are, just a reminder for everyone else, we are here in the heart of Prague, actually a little bit south and east in the heart of Yizhny Mesto.
Hello from me to the Cologne family in St. Catharines in Canada. Those are my friends. I know those guys.
You have friends too, okay.
Oh yeah, I do. So Brent also a very good official, officiating all kinds of stuff, and his lovely wife. So glad you're watching us and you got up for this.
Do us a favor, all those people leaving those comments there. Send this link to a couple other people. We would love this game to get the recognition it does deserve. Share it in your group chat there, your wherever your team's from. But let's get some more eyes on this game. Let's. There's not a whole lot of other lacrosse being played at the moment, and it would be nice to get a couple more eyes from a couple more different places seeing this beautiful game.
Absolutely. We have 5 cameras, all eyes on this game, on this floor. It's definitely worth watching, and we'll be here for you all weekend long, so you won't get bored.
Vimola up ahead. Lost cup. Got walled.
This game is just ridiculous.
I was going to go to the bathroom between this break, but
I think you'll have to wait for the halftime.
I guess. 11 seconds later, Luscott finds traditionally a backdoor player in Tonda Gottwald moving up the backside there. Hansa Polak will go to the face-off again against Kupa Vimola. Vimola, I'm saying shooting 70% on these face-offs here, probably more. A diving play there. There's 71%.
Well, Pavel disagrees with our comment on the goalies, and he says the goalies should start doing their job. Well, maybe it might look like it from New York.
I would
like it from over here.
I'd like to see Pavel suit up and try it.
Oh, Pavel, when was the last time you suited up? Let us know. I would love to know that. All right, we have some more greetings from Bratislava and Berlin. Yeah, I did feel
Foolish, unable to hold on to that one.
Did feel a little bit heartbroken about the Bratislava boys who really lost out by just 1 point. But yeah.
Shot blocked in front. Able to kill the 30-second shot clock there. Barak will be watched by Hulesh. Big sweeping check. Could be on a breakaway. Hulesh all alone. Diving. Wow. God. An individual effort from Hanzo Hulesh. I did think that Matej Barak was going to get that diving check.
People seriously said this to at least 10 more people because whoever's not watching it is missing out.
So 2-0 on the quarter. The Wolves go ahead quickly here.
That's shouldn't be Radotin. You should be here in Nizhny Mesto watching this live. 30 crown beers.
A beautiful play there by Dominik Pesek. From his back, moves it up to Martin Hodan. And that kind of speaks to the level of these guys knowing each other. You know, Martin Hodan knew. Big shot there from Pesek.
Yeah, nothing for Pesek yet. That is unusual. We're waiting for his signature moves to come into play, but who better to defend him than his own team, right?
I guess that's one of the, oh wow. Coach Dahl.
Oh no, rebound.
Can you, I just want to speak more to that's knowledge. He knew he would not get that first pass. It was off the mark, right? So all he did was turn around. That is such a simply made play. All he had to do was turn around, find the ball off the backboard, off the back glass there, and then he had all the time in the world. Like I said, great hands, great IQ. Maybe not the athlete of the day, but he's a fantastic player.
You know, the foreign players call him the Kraken because of his ability to catch also the most impossible rebound, the most impossible pass, by not really moving his feet that much.
No, I always say he has some of the best hands in Europe, and I dare you to try to throw a pass with his stick. It is horrendous.
Well, I looked at his stick once, and I'm like, no.
That does bring us to our one of our sponsors, the Good Stick Company. If you do need a good quality strung stick at an affordable price, made in Europe, ethically sourced, the Good Stick Company does have everything you could possibly need. New startup company.
Absolutely. It's the startup in Lacrosse, and who needs Silicon Valley if you have a basement in Radotin, right?
Right.
Okay, back
Kressel. Oh,
no stick? Oh, yeah, he definitely
still playing. Love to see that.
A big difference to field lacrosse.
He was honestly the #1 athlete on that qualifying team in Wrocław.
Well,
he was an absolute. You know, he got a couple flags, he got a couple penalties, and you know what? As a head coach, I said, fine, take 10 more. I don't care, because you're playing hard, and that stopped the big ones. The big ones that needed that hard physical presence. I'm okay with taking a penalty if you're doing it the right way.
I will admit, I saw him changing once, and yeah, I can see that.
Next up.
We're still PG-13 here, don't worry.
Is that in the, was the privacy laws in Europe there?
I don't actually know.
Yeah. Tomasz Jacek underneath, far side, just off the mark. That will bounce out of bounds, I do believe. Lukasz Kuchera is running in transition. Did we have any more affection on the YouTube channel there?
Yeah, we definitely did. We have the privateers who are preparing. Hold on. Oh, dive, but a save by Slavik. Definitely doing his job here.
Brother to brother, that was Lukáš to Šimon.
So apparently the privateers are gearing up for a return to Prague in April, but judging by the lacrosse so far today, they better keep practicing. I would suggest you do.
Ball just out of bounds there. Able to beat the 10-second count, but unable to hold onto that ball is Stefan Friedel. Lukáš Kuchera, watched by his good buddy Vodolan. Hansa Polak unable to handle that one. Lukáš Kuchera!
And there's another goal.
Jesus Christ. Lukáš Kuchera has the first hat trick of the day.
I just looked at the scoreboard. Did we miss something? Oh my God, it's 11-5 or 11-6?
Who knows, honestly.
It is.
Don't even look at the scoreboard now because it's going to change in the next 30 seconds.
Or maybe in the next 5, and it's been so exciting I have totally forgotten to look up there.
So the Wolves do hold on to a 5-goal lead here in the second quarter. Martin Schruta, a name you don't hear much, but one of the top defenders in the country. And you know what? Just because the ball is not in his stick often. Kostal, just off the mark. Vashmik. Braden Moore, off the legs. Ball picked up Knotek. Up for Moore. Victor Blaha will go on transition. Braden Moore. Victor Blaha says something that probably wasn't nice. Pelota puts a body on Peshek.
Yeah, they've been successful at shutting off Peshek almost for the complete first quarter of this game. Polak. Now Peshek. Let's see if he can do something
5
here.
on the shot clock. Luki. Kuchera, 4th goal of the night.
Just unreal. Okay, Slavi getting a little bit frustrated here. Still looks good on the board for the Wolves, but, you know, you never know.
You know, you always want to kind of say like 5 goals at a half, you know, obviously in an ideal world. So Joseph Slavik is, you know, just a little bit off that mark. If he's able to hold on to the 7 goals and a half, that would be a great first half for him. But, you know, if it does get up to like 8 or 9, anything more than this is really not what you want as a starting goaltender. On either side, I could definitely see Kuba Mars being subbed out for Victor Blaha in the second half. Big check from behind there, no call. That didn't feel good. Oh, picked off by Joseph Vodolan. Up ahead to Gottwald. Taylor in transition. Ball's up. Will go. Still in bounds. Miro Polak will go on a break. Oh, penalty will be what? Yep, that's a call. Nick Taylor's check was totally fine, but Martin Holada just kind of jumped on the back of Miroslav Polak.
Yeah, that was textbook for sure. We didn't see many penalties this game yet. I think we only had that illegal substitution so far. And this is another one checking from behind. We'll give the Custodes a man up for 2 minutes or until they score a goal.
And actually, you know what? At first, I was like, that's going to be a penalty shot. But the ball was kind of all out from Nick Taylor, and it was not taking away a scoring opportunity, right? Like,
It wasn't on a breakaway at that point.
Correct. I think it was taking away. It was still a breakaway, but he did not have a scoring opportunity because that ball was kind of loose. But if they had called the penalty shot there, I think that still would have been, you know, totally within their rights to call that a penalty shot.
Yeah, we do share one microphone, so sorry if the sound sometimes is not ideal. We do thank our camera crew, though, for those beautiful replays, so, you know, we'll try to fix it with the sound.
We'll work on our levels if you promise to share this game with, I don't know, post it on, like, YouTube or one of those, or, you know, go tell some people. It's already on YouTube, but.
Yeah, send it over WhatsApp to your home.
Oh, wow, Hanzo Hulesh. Taking more or less a desperation shot, looking for a reset there. Kind of picks it up, kind of turns it, gets his hips around, and just fires it off the left leg there of Kuba Marish. Regaining their 5-goal lead.
Both Wolves and the Custodes have been very successful at scoring shorthanded. And this was one of those times.
So it's actually a short-handed goal nonetheless.
Yeah.
Vodolan.
Let's see if Custodes can
Kuchera.
score on this man up.
Wow.
Save.
Off the bar. Catches it behind his back with the glove hand is Joseph Slavic. Whatever's in those antibiotics, I think he's feeling just fine.
Might be the adrenaline that sometimes does wonders, as all moms
Pesek,
watching will know.
Is he getting his first? Blocked in front by Gottwald. Tobias Formaniak. Checked by Vodolan.
Well, maybe I was wrong. It's not the Pesek show tonight for sure.
Honestly, if the Pesek show was on in full display right now, I think we'd have that 12-12. You know, 0 goals in the half. It's kind of a very strange feeling in this game here. Lukasz Kuchera with 4. 4 of the 7. Matej Barak has 2. I'm not sure who I'm missing here.
I will check.
We will check.
On Point Bench, where you can check all the stats as well.
Shimon Kuchera might have one. Prohaska's also been silent.
We're
and
back to full strength.
Halota gets in there, 5-on-5. Ball up for Pesek, off the mark. Prohaska. Checked by Vimola. Luki. Great check there by Halota. Not the smartest tool in the shed, but an absolute fantastic workhorse. They will have a long door change. Ball ahead for Loskot. On the run. A goal for Jirko Loskot. I believe that's his third.
Third one of the night with Kuchera leading with 4. Friedel another 3. Hulish 3.
Loskot, you're looking. Refresh that page. You know, you just loaded that Point Bench page there, and even 30 seconds ago is too late. Loskot adds his 3rd goal of the night. Additional to 2 assists. That's 5 points on the night for Jirko Loskot. He is actually not playing his. He plays in the senior league here in hockey in the Czech Republic for Činošice, and
very successfully so.
And he's not playing in his games tonight. For him to miss a hockey game, that's a big deal. Vesely, oh, you want that goal for Stepan Vesely. Big heart, small body. Pesek gets the ball out of the door. Pesek. Another shot blocked in front. Tomasz Jacek wearing that one. Big body there from Lukasz Kuchera. I guess those ribs are feeling just fine. Vimola across. Tonna Gottwald off the mark. Might have been checked. Patiently moving the ball are the Wolves. Hulesh sneaking in front. Jacek right to the middle of Marish. Forecheck from Hulesh. Blaha able to evade. Matej Barak up the wrong side. Just dumped in the back from Nick Taylor. Voshmik down the wrong side. Ball off. Deflected by Kressel. Hulesh. Voshmik. Knotek checked wonderfully in front by Hayek.
And that's over and back, and we will get the ball back to the Custodes. 7 goals, Wolves 13, and we have about 6 minutes left in this quarter.
Pesek behind.
Let's see if he can get on the board.
By Braden Moore. Formaniak unable to score there. Pesek finds the 14-year-old on the backside there. Loskot up ahead. Ball off the mark there. Hodan has Postupa in transition. Has another up for Pesek. Pesek, Postupa. We will settle this ball down here with Martin Hodan.
We haven't seen a lot of settled play here in this game so far.
Hansa Polak with the ball now. Shot from outside, Pesek. Great rebound, unable to convert. Kuchera up for his brother. Luki. Big pick. Off the mark. Taylor bodies. Antonin Gottwald with the loose ball. Kressel in transition. This is big. Two big boys right here. Antonin Gottwald does not look like a big guy, but hits like a truck. Ball loose. Saved by Marish. Blaha up for Kressel. Watched by Friedel. Friedel, an offensive player, but tracks back. Onto Polak, watched by Peppa Haas. Prohaska. Looking for Peshek. Finds.
Just
Ball
one
up.
shot after the next here.
Foolish. It's a 3-on-1 here. I think the Custodes bench is starting to get a little worn down here. You can see some blue air coming out of the coach's headspace here.
You can definitely tell that the speed is slightly slower than at the beginning of this quarter. And they might be looking forward to that halftime break. We have 4 minutes left in this half. And Wolves up by 6. Custodes do manage to get the ball back quite a lot, and then they tend to now starting to play more settled than earlier what we've seen. With Peshek still unable to put on his signature move, trying from the outside, not successful, and Slavi clearing the ball.
Ball ahead. Maresh gathers, goalie to goalie. Barak. Ball up for Peshek, picked off. It's like these Radotin guys know each other or something. I do think that's a big negative. Oh, wow. And Nick Taylor just decides to step up and rip it. Not a whole lot of placement there, but absolutely puts everything on it.
His first of the night. Questions from the bench to the head official. And, yeah, maybe more than just questions. That will cost the Custodes.
And you hate to see that, honestly. Yeah. Whatever point was trying to be made there, and then honestly, I think that on that back end, I think that's what they're trying to argue. I do believe there was a back end there that should have resulted in a Custodes ball. But again, not worth, going to town about. What was it, a second one?
Yeah, and we hate to see this. No official likes to give these, but at some point, you just have to stop them somehow. So that's going to be 2 penalties. And that just hurts, to be honest. Whatever you got to say, just, say it, but say it in a way that won't cost you.
Now, my Czech language skills are not up to snuff, but I'm assuming that the couple words that I did hear were not the ones you want to hear.
Not some we want to repeat on broadcast on a very nice Saturday afternoon, I would say.
I actually have no idea what the weather is outside. This place is very much like a casino. There are no clocks. There's no sunshine. There's no nothing. Like it could be the apocalypse outside, but it is wonderful box lacrosse in here in the Jižní Mesto Sportovní hala.
It's a gorgeous day outside. Nevertheless, it's definitely worthwhile being in here watching this game happen.
So 5-on-3 here. Loss got up to Friedel. Looking for a beautiful tic-tac-toe play. Unable to convert. Knotek, sorry.
What's beautiful about these teams playing, it's not just the one guy.
Knotek is physically not going to stop Matej Kressel from running wherever he wants to run.
Nope, just not going to happen.
Oh, I guess these are not new jerseys here for the. I see Jurka Loskot's. It seems to be he'll be Emil Moravec by the end of the night.
Yeah, so they have some new jerseys for the guys who were traded midway through the season to give us the right names on those jerseys. But as you said, that one looks a little worn out.
Oh, let's see what happens here. That's going to result in a penalty shot. I don't believe that was Jurka Loskot's fault. And we'll see a penalty shot here tonight.
Well, yeah, he got pushed in there, and that would have been a third
But
penalty.
I didn't see I honestly lost it. What happened to the ball?
Let's see. We have replay, so we can look at it. Maybe fast forward a little bit.
Regardless, it's going to be a penalty shot. Nayez didn't check, and Luscott kind of earned it, so he will be the one heading to the dot there.
The beauty of a stream on YouTube, you can go back and rewatch
And
the replay.
and here comes Luscott. Regardless of what happened, here comes what's going to happen. Oh, wow. Wisely just sits on it. Nice play from Mars there. Stops Luscott. No bad blood between those two.
Yeah, and you can just see Barish talking to Luscott there. Yeah, he kind of just got bumped into.
He didn't. It wasn't anything malicious.
It wasn't malicious, nothing worth like a bigger penalty, but he definitely got put in there.
He wasn't going there on his own.
No. So we are rolling the box here, meaning the Custodes are still
And that's a
two
big.
men down.
That's a big difference. No offense to Straight Check there, but having Matej Barak in the penalty box, as well as I believe Shimon Kuchera. Those are. It's not what you want. Those are big names. Well, not that you have the access to all your players right now anyway. You're 5-on-3, but the players you do want, Matej Barak's having himself a decent night here tonight. Knotek, Hulesh off the bar, and here comes Tomáš Hayek. Watched from behind by Tilsher. Postupa. Save. So, I think that playing each other really hurts this Custodes team. I think everyone's kind of seen Peshek's tricks. Everyone knows what Tomáš Hayek's going to do.
That's the thing, but they haven't just seen it or know it's going to happen. They know what to do against it. And that's
exactly.
the big difference when playing against basically your own club.
Off the bar for Knotek. Shot from Braden Moore. Big shot from Braden Moore.
His first one of the
That's
night.
that's his first.
And this is what I was going to say earlier, that with these teams, it's not just the Pesheks that score. It's a lot of different people. I mean, so far in this first half alone, we had 12 different goal scorers from those two teams. I mean, show me a game, a sport where this is possible. We're back here with
I do think that maybe the goaltenders are not playing their ultimate best, but it's tough against these two teams. These are some of the best scorers, but I don't believe Kuba Maras is playing his best season. I don't believe that Joseph Slavik is, again, like I said, he's holding his 7.5, not ideal. 0.5 is ideal, right? So he's -7 off that, but that's unrealistic. What is realistic? I think 5. He's 2 off of that.
Right.
The kid's on antibiotics. Kid's not feeling so great. Kid's playing. He has a couple big saves, and Lukáš Kuchera has earned 4 goals.
But again, what we said earlier, one of the very specifics of this game is that they know the weak spots of the other team. So they just don't know, okay, it's going to happen, and they expect it, but they know what to do about it. And that's the same for the goalies. They know how to score on these guys. Those are their guys.
Gottwald and Pep and Haas running with Luscott. Big shot off the mark. Cobra could have this one. 2-on-1 with Hodan. Wow, what a save from Slavik there.
10 seconds left in this half. Timeout.
Timeout coming with about 9 seconds left. We'll see if they get that extra second back.
They did. All right, we will see. I think especially the Custodes.
I mean, if you're up 7, do you pull the goalie? Do you go for it? Do you go 5-on-5?
You tell me. You're the coach.
I might not go for it. I'm just things can go wrong, and I might just go 5-on-5. And honestly, if you put 14,
take the momentum to the locker room.
Take the momentum to the locker room. You've also put 14 goals on 50 or 5-on-5. So honestly, why not? However,
well, 13 goals because remember one of them was shorthanded.
Sure, but you do see Slavik on the bench now. We will be going 6-on-5.
All right,
why not?
I guess why not? If you're 7 ahead.
You do have the 7 ahead, so why not?
And you have 8 seconds left in this half. You want to take the momentum into the locker room.
Speed. Friedel. Short side. Cobra will shoot.
Oh man, that last shot was risque.
Why not? You know what? It was a 10-second play. Doesn't cost nothing. I'm glad we saw it. So, with a score of 14-7 in favor of the LCC Wolves, the 4 seed in this NBLL semifinal action, we will head to a commercial break for this halftime. My name is Brian Whitmer, joined by Barbara Zelenite. We will be back for more second half action.
Take a break, take a breather, and use this time to share the link to this wonderful stream provided by the company Forward with beautiful highlights and replays, which you will get to see right now. And you will hear back from us in about 10 minutes.
vole jednu, vole mám dvě, já tomu bratá, víš, ale zase mě bavilo třeba, kdyby něco.
Mě to nebaví a ještě se ani nedostanu na zápas. Zahodíme nebo vole,
Když to, co chcem dělat, tak se nám do toho jako serou a je mě to myslet, že doplnit to nestavní, takže se děje to tak.
Tak já jsem, vole, šlek. Máš záč, to je digitální. Pojď, vole! Zapni se!
Hello and welcome back for second half action here. Tomáš Knotek picking up the first ball of this second half, first semifinal NBLL game. Goes around the world. Kuba Marash coming up with that first stop there.
Was definitely fun to see that friendly chatter here at halftime between the two teams that you would know wouldn't happen with any other two teams.
Fantastic lacrosse. It is missing a little bit of that edge. You know, there's not that do or die attitude. Maybe these guys are a little too close to friends here, but Tomáš Jacek.
Don't worry, we will have all that do or die attitude later tonight in that second semifinal. The Malešice fan getting ready already.
No friends there.
Definitely not, and the Malešice fans have been saving their spots here in the arena already early, with beer in hand, of course.
Shimon Kuchera walks down the main street.
That was just so easy. He kind of just like a walk by, right?
Just, I mean, it wasn't a walk. He was moving at speed, but I think he just kind of saw the lane open up, and everybody else is looking up floor to find their guy, and there we have it. The first goal of the half will go to the Custodes.
All right, a big shout out to our fans in Vermont.
Mathieu Barak, watched by Gottwald.
Braden's parents, you might want to send this link to all your friends and family to show them how good lacrosse in Europe can be.
Kuchera. Peshek will gather the rebound. A full 30-second shot clock reset for Peshek. Steps over the top. Watched by Vodalan. Moves over to Brock. Big shot from the outside. Stopped by Pepcha Slavic.
Yeah, you might be right that edge, you know, is maybe missing from this game, but definitely no skill or lacrosse excitement missing.
Absolutely not. Mira Polak with the loose ball there. puts a big ball up for Postable, has no clue what he's looking for. Still finds it.
So far, it looks like your bet on the Wolves is correct, but still 2 full quarters to go, and that third quarter does seem to be very critical for many teams here in this league.
I think the fourth quarter is actually, you know, the second and the fourth.
Well, definitely the second half had been crucial for you guys in Zbraslav.
That was, I hate the second half. I love first half action.
Speaks for, you know, playing in tournaments where you have a lot of shorter games, where you basically do only play one half of a full game, just more of them. And we're back with the Custodes ball on Peshek. Still haven't been able to put himself. Oh, there we go. All right. I jinxed it. There it is. Peshek is on the board.
So this is a 2-0 run from the Custodes here. Now, is 6 goals easy to come back from? Absolutely not. But I'd rather 6 than 8. You know, so tallying those first 2 goals, the comebacks only come 1 goal at a time. So if it is going to start, it does need to involve Dominic Peshek.
And if there's a game where you can easily, more or less, catch up a 6-goal lead, then it is in box lacrosse. You know, that's a lot of time. We're playing stop clock. You have very skilled athletes here. At some point, you know, fatigue will also come into play, but these guys are just so fit. Back with the Custodes.
Will shoot. 3 goals straight. The run continues for the Custodes.
Well, maybe this is where we're starting to see Slavik, who is maybe a little tired. He was there by himself, though.
He's looking at his bench like, hey, guys, that's on you. That's not on me. And he's right.
Yeah, you can't just leave the goalie alone like that and you know, count on him 100%. You need to give him some help.
Interesting enough, in the other goal, Victor Blaha still playing as a player. They will ride Maras to the end.
Looks like it, at least right now.
I think they need the legs more than they need the goaltender. Oh, that's 100% a hold. They finally get it. Yeah, Vimola will go for holding.
Another man up for the Custodes. Let's see if they can.
That's one way to make it a 4-goal run if it is coming. You know, the power play certainly doesn't hurt. Certainly doesn't hurt.
So far, power plays all 4 Custodes, apart from that one run where the Custodes were down by 2 and even had to go for a penalty shot. Peshek on the ball.
I think they killed that, though. The 2 men down.
They did. Even the penalty shot didn't go in.
Fun fact. I have no idea where the ball is. Lukáš Kuchera, or sorry, Šimon Kuchera, over to Lukáš Kuchera. Prohaska.
I love it when Peshek just kind of hangs out on the crease, and against any other team, it would work. Vodolan.
Loscott doubled up. The Kuchera brothers, here they come.
They're kind of just playing keep away at this point. The Wolves trying to ride out that penalty. Or maybe they're going for another shorthanded goal. There it is.
There it is.
It's their second one of this game.
Jerzy Kostal.
Yeah, we were talking about his hands, even though this one just seemed like an easy one. I don't think they were counting on him shooting there, which they always should.
It just looks so easy.
Oh, Matos Tilscher on the face-off.
Like I said, you know, and did well.
This is second one this game, and with the same play, and won them both. Wolves keeping the ball there.
Good check, big body, Postupa. Oh, Tomasz Jacek has his way with Postupa. Braden Moore dumps Postupa. Big save from Maras, eventually stuck in his legs.
We have some highs from Boston. That's cool.
Who's that?
Frank and Donna Doyle.
Oh, hello.
Boston's own Nick Taylor got a shout out.
Wow, what a series right there. Lukáš Kučera rings the bar. Joseph Slavik laying on the ground, able to make the second save. Lukáš Kučera catches that rebound clean.
And they're back even. So no scoring for the Custodes on this man up.
But the Wolves are able to tally one.
Yeah.
And cut that break. So we return to that 6-goal deficit. Tobias Formaniak. Oh. Kučera watched by...
Well, they're definitely not taking it easy on each other. That's sure to say.
I would say that's accurate, yes.
This is just some very nice box lacrosse here. Over and back.
Custodes will return to offense. Pešek trots out.
Scored Custodes 10, Wolves 16.
Pešek over the top. Kučera. Kučera, his fifth. So I'm not sure if we're going to see the Dominic Pešek show, but the Kučera effect. We'll call it the Lukáš Kučera effect. is in full swing right now.
Full swing here. I mean, Pešek did manage to get up on the board.
That was his assist there as well. I believe he's got 3 or 4.
Yes, so assists are where he is still successful even in this game against his own club. For those of us joining us later, this is important information. These two teams are from the same club, from the stronghold of box lacrosse in Europe, from Radotin, playing on 2 different teams, Custodes in red and Wolves in white.
Save from Mares. Kressel unable to pick up that loose ball clean. Barak spinning out of that check, and here comes Kressel. Kressel will be watched by Tomáš Jacek.
Man, that first quarter, I just have to say, I will go and rewatch that in slow motion, I guess, to even see everything that was happening.
5 on the shot clock. Šimon Kučera just getting bullied behind the net. Gets his own check in there on Koštal. Gottwald will clear.
Oh, we miss you too, Garrett. You have to come back.
I'll miss you until you show up again. How about that? Friedel.
Garrett also one who was not just playing in this league, but also on the mic. So we do miss him.
Scott back to Friedel. Able to get the reset. Nice save there, Mares. Off the bar, Hayek.
Can he keep it?
Blaha able to assist. Ball up for Kučera. We have 3-on-1 coming here. Oh wow! If I'm Lukáš Kučera, I'm not passing to Vojta Postupo, not having a scoring night. He's a transition player. I'm shooting that ball. Of course, I'm also not a very super talented 16-year-old, so I'm not going to tell him what to do. Polak. Save. Slavik. Picked off Kučera.
That's the one corner we don't see so
Unable to get that timing together with Pešek. It's a very interesting, two very good players, right? I don't believe they're connecting all that well. Pešek's finding Luki, but I don't think Lukáš is really for Prohaska. Prohaska.
I would say you can tell the Custodes are getting a little tired there.
I think that was just
that
was an exhausted Lukáš Kučera.
Yeah.
I still don't really understand why he couldn't pick up that ball.
Sometimes you just have a brain fart and you can't do it. Bimola back at the face-off against Martin Hodaň. One of the seniors on this team for sure.
Pešek and Prohaska speaking to Kučera on the bench there. Not all positive, but kind of saying, hey kid, pick it up, let's go. You can't be super friendly to the 16-year-old kid all the time. He does have to learn some lessons, so that's a hard one there as the Wolves cash in and go ahead 17-16. You know, that six goal lead seems to be where we're stuck at here. Miro Polak with a great check.
Yeah, it's still a lot of back and forth, but definitely not the back and forth we've seen in that first quarter. I think that first quarter is one for the books.
Up for Prohaska. Tip pass there by Nick Taylor. And here comes Martin Schruta, only player on this half of the floor.
Oh.
Saved. Great friend. He's a great friend of Kuba Mares, so that had to feel good for Mares. Probably didn't feel great for
Schruta there.
Schruta getting one of his only offensive opportunities for the day. Unlikely he'll have many.
5 minutes left in this third quarter.
And so you will see the Wolves return to the offensive half. Ball in the corner with Tomasz Jacek. Luscott, head to Kostal. Jacek. Moving the ball around the horn is... Here comes a beautiful save. Mares is looking pretty good right about now. Oh, wow. Very good right now. Mares adds 4 saves to his count. Rolling around on the ground like a...
Man, those rebounds here are just unreal. Beautiful to watch.
You know what? One of the nice places about, underhand shovel shot, back behind them. They're trying anything they can to get that ball past Kuba Mares. Still says no. And a shot. They're another save. I think we've seen 12 saves in 10 seconds.
Probably something like that.
Kostal, Luscott.
Oh, and that one goes in.
You know what? And he makes that one look easy.
Yeah. But, man, Mares just got one after the other, There must have been 12, 13 saves there.
I don't know. Yeah. And you see Jirka Kostal walking over to his longtime teammate, Kuba Mares, and kind of just like, hey, I'm glad we scored, but nice job, buddy.
Right. Only this game.
Fantastic.
Only this game. No other game.
A lot of smiles, but you will see that the bodies are hitting the floor, but still a lot of smiles. Voshmik fighting for the ball.
I would say wait for that fourth quarter, and if we do get within,
Vimola bossing around Kuchera.
3 goals, then we might see some more bodies on the floor.
Kuchera, Pesek, Jesus, those two just cannot connect.
Yeah, not their connection tonight.
And that was actually a big part of why the shift kind of came into play, was they were looking for different guys to play together. Knotek and Friedel, work well together. I'm not sure that, with a lot of goal scorers in an offense, here we go, Vojta Postapa alone. Nice placement on a beautiful touch shot, his second of the night. Beats Slavik on that low left side, and does he go top corner? No. Does he go for the fake finish? No. Just makes it a nice, easy shot. Just the way you teach the kids, just kind of put it where the goalie's not.
More friends watching from across the world and the U.S. Latest St. Louis in Missouri.
Never heard of it.
Of Missouri or St. Louis?
Yes.
Well, we're glad you're with us online. Send it to your friends. Very exciting game. We're still at that 6-goal differential that we've had for a while.
Beautiful feed. Finds Hansa Hulesh inside. Unable to convert. Goes behind the back. Blocked in front, I believe. Polak unable to gather. A shot clock reset that will be there for Barak. Great check. Hansa Hulesh, his forecheck is very underrated. He's throwing the checks that all the coaches tell him not to throw, right? But he's getting balls. He earned that solo play. There's Pesek. Stop from Slavik.
But nice try, though. Those are some of the actions that I really like to watch Dominic do. And we're going back to a Wolves ball.
We're unable to see what happened there in that corner, but whatever it was, it will result in the Wolves returning the offensive half.
Yeah, that's the one corner we cannot see from where we're sitting up here.
Off the shoulder. Nice save there from Marish. Scott. Pick comes from Friedel. Oh, it just touched in front. Friedel and...
Lots of pushing and shoving now.
There it comes. And that will go over and back. Here comes Cobra. Unfortunately, has to go to the corner. Still there early enough. Shakes. Peshek. What a goal. Tomasz Hayek sets up a beautiful Dominik Peshek goal. We are back within, 5. The 6-goal threshold has been broken. You know,
Let's see for how long.
I guess that would mean that the Wolves are due. However, we shall see.
We shall see. What's your bet here?
I think,
how long will this?
I think the Custodes goal. I think the Custodes are just going on the ebb and flow of the game. I do think that we're going to see the Custodes
score a couple
get
more.
tired, but as the Wolves also slow down, I think we could see that favor shift towards the Custodes.
Well, just stay online and watch, and you will find out together with us.
Live and free action here, NBLL Final Four 2022. I'm Brian Whitmer, joined by Barbara Zelenay.
In this local Radotin derby. Can't quite get that.
Maybe a little bit of a force there. You hate to see that.
But we're coming back.
able to throw the full half the floor there to Hulesh.
Looking in this corner, you can see what we're playing for. The beautiful NBLL trophy there in the corner.
Riddle. Save. Nice check from Blaha. Second check. Kressel able to get up. Knotek. I think that was all helmet.
Yeah, definitely helmet. He looks fine. Martin Bartoszka, the head official, is moving in a little closer to make sure.
That's
also a goalie.
Also a goaltender.
So he can judge best. Kościal.
More. Knotek, one-timer. Beautiful
and we're
one-timer.
back to 6 goals.
Back
it
to
took
6.
us 45 seconds.
That was a nice find from Braden Moore there, but even nicer, just quick trigger, one-time finish from Tomasz Knotek.
But as we said early in this, in this game, the time in stick very short. It goes boom, 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 and
I played for the Wolves for 3 seasons, and honestly, I had to change kind of how I played lacrosse as a whole. I had to move the ball a lot faster than honestly in my first almost 27 years of life. How I've traditionally played. So it is a quick game. It is fun to run with these kids. It is fun to play that brand of lacrosse. And I'm not sure what we have. Oh, we have
15 seconds left in this quarter. Custodes pulling the goalie.
Hayek.
Oh, is it gonna return
able to shoot. 9 seconds.
8.
Oh no, you hate to see that.
Oh, missed opportunity.
I don't think he knows the clock.
No, he doesn't. I don't think he looked.
Save there from...
All right, that's the end of the 3rd quarter of this first semifinal.
I want to bring attention to that. So after the quarter, Knotek just kind of picked it up and went between his legs there, and clearly after the whistle. If these teams weren't in the same club, someone's going over there to Knotek and pushing him, giving him a little face wash.
Absolutely.
And I think that when I was talking to people between the break there, that's what's missing here. Just like not that it would change the game 100%, but it's almost a little bit of a problem that these guys like each other.
True. I think if you saw this happen in the later semifinal that we're going to see just in a couple of hours from now, in exactly an hour and a half between Malešice and the home team Jižní Mesto, that will probably not go unnoticed.
That will not be an issue, no.
We are back to a 6-goal difference here. The Custodes in red trailing behind the Wolves. 6 goals. We have a full quarter to go. Will they be able to catch up? We will see.
We'll be back in just a minute.
Hej, pojďte, vole, mrdáci, kobra.
Mrdák, kobra.
Ještě tam něco
Ahoj.
najdi.
Hello and welcome back. Fourth quarter action here. Semifinal number 1 of the NBLL 2022. Tilshire, Loscott. Still loose. You know, I had a whole nice introduction kind of scripted out there, but man, this game happens fast. We are 20 seconds in this, and we're about to have our second scoring opportunity. So we will see Inton and Gottwald head to the bench. Loscott looks for Moore. Friedel coming through the middle. Braden Moore over the top. Back to Knotek. Big chop there from Blaha. Kressel.
This game has seen 15 different goal scorers already. That just
Bad
speaks for
reset
the quality
there. Yep,
here.
no shot. Loose. Here comes Tomasz Hayek.
So maybe let's talk about a couple of the people missing on these rosters. We've heard from Strach earlier in the interview who's not able to play for the Custodes team due to injury. Who else are we missing?
I'd say Cirque is the biggest offensive missing weapon, right? Then the other two are defensive. You're missing Martin Malinovsky, who's a national team box and field defender. You don't see his name up in lights a whole lot, but he is a nice addition to that defensive end. And then the big boy, Adam Kuchera, obviously maybe leads the team in penalty minutes, but he also a big physical presence, and that is missing.
How many Kucheras are there?
Kuchera is a very common last name, but only Shimon and Lukasz are related. Adam is not related.
Even though we have a bunch of siblings playing in the NBLL, we also have the Ohola brothers in Pardubice.
Correct, Ademias brothers and father in the
Malešíce, which we will
Malešíce,
see later tonight.
Another save. Marash is getting hot here, but we are still at that 6-goal deficit. It's hard to ball ahead for Peshik. Wow, and you don't see him miss that one very often. Lukasz Kuchera dancing around Pepa Haas. Oh, wow. What a feed for Peshik. Unable to convert. This is not his night. Big check. Tilshire ahead. We're going to see a 3-on-1, 2-on-1. Tilshire, shot, save. Goal for Tilshire. Had the save. The trickler comes in after. I hate to see that for Marish, but you love to see it for Mateusz Tilshire. 20-13, your current score here for the Wolves on top of the #1 seed, LC Custodes. And with the exception of the 2020 season where they went LCC red and white, that was not Custodes Wolves. This will be the first time since 2000, if this score continues, obviously. This will be the first time since 2005 that the LC Custodes are not the #1 team of the NBLL.
Which makes it very exciting for the league, to be honest. As a spectator and a fan of the game, you do want to see competition up top. So it's nice to see, even though it's the same club, that you can get other teams into the final. And it will be very exciting who the other finalist will be, because it's anybody's game this year. All the 4 teams qualified for the Final Four are very evenly matched. It will be very exciting, and Malešíce and Jižní Mesto will definitely not let anything go unnoticed and play a really hard bowl game for that final spot. We will be seeing the bronze medal game tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central European time, and 7:30 is when we will start with the final game and decide who will be crowned champion this year with that beautiful trophy you can see in the background right now.
Kuchera. Peshik with the ball.
Yeah, the bench is yelling, communicate. We did see some failure in communication.
Pepa Vodalan off to the races. only shoots to that bottom left corner. That's all he's ever done. Honestly, it goes in quite a bit. Big check from Tomasz Hayek. Not a very friendly move there, but dislodges the ball anyway.
We've seen very little penalties in this game. I would almost bet that that won't be the case for the second game of the day.
I don't know about that, honestly. I've seen Nizhny Mesto play their most disciplined lacrosse this second half of the season, which is honestly quite interesting. I thought I was there for them. I was there playing with those guys in the Ken Gluccio Cup. Oh, wow, a nice one-timer. That's the goal I was, you'd think you'd see 1,000 of, is Loscott to Knotek.
Well, to be fair, looking at the stats from this season, the Custodes and Wolves are, apart from Vienna, the least penalized teams of the league, whereas Malešice and Nizhny Mesto are in the top 3, trailing just behind Zbraslav, which is your team.
I'm blaming the third team on that one.
You mean the third team on the floor?
Yes, the worst team.
I will not take it personally, which you are a part of that team occasionally.
Occasionally. Vimla sets his pick. Another pick. Hulesh dancing. Ball up for Vashmik. He'll cool it off. They've got nothing to. There's no rush here for the Wolves.
No, they're now up by 8.
Yeah, they've really cracked this open here. It's not Kuba Marish's fault. I think there's just one slip up at a time, and unfortunately, it's one slip up too many against the LCC Wolves.
It's not even that their bench is short, because we do have the numbers here, but yeah, they are missing a couple of their guys. It is a Wolves game at the moment. And many predictions have gone their way, even though some that were tipping or betting on this game were counting on the experience of the Custodes, who have, let's say, the more senior team, even though the Wolves are not the youngsters anymore that they used to be.
Oh, wow, what a stick by Matusz Tilsher. Peszek had a beautiful one-time pass from Lukasz Kuchera. Tilsher able to get a stick on it. Big check. Good defensive move there. Big pick from Polak. Gets another nice stick on it. Prohaska starting the opposite corner. Moves up for Polak. Polak moves underneath. Peszek in front. Goes short side, unable to bury. Unable to hit the net. Peszek, one-timer. What a save from Joseph Slavik. Falls up. That will be thrown directly to Kuba Marish. And here we see the Custodes come once again.
13:21 at the moment. We have 9 minutes to go in this fourth quarter.
Wow, look at that control from Joseph Slavik, and he might get himself an assist here. There it is.
You called it.
An assist for Joseph Slavik. An interesting play from the captain, Martin Hlota, dancing for the crowd. He is my favorite and least favorite.
He was definitely ready for it, and we've seen a bunch of goalie assists in this league this season.
I don't believe he's the most talented player. No one will say he's the most talented player on that team, but no one works harder. And not off the field, barely at practice, but no one works harder in the game for the ball than Martin Hlota. He's up 100% at all times. Vimla walks right into the lion's den there, but able to come out unscathed. Loscott. Shot blocked by Shimon Kuchera. Friedel almost able to regain, but Postova wearing a lot of checks right now. Going for his transition hat trick. Ball ahead for Gottwald, Knotek, and Tilsher running against Krussel. Knotek. One-handed pass. Picked off by Prohaska right into the stick of Manish. Blaha having a hard time holding on to that one. Leave Peszek open. That's an interesting play. Blaha able to regain.
That's an interesting matchup there with Taylor and Peszek.
It's going well. Honestly, it's not even the fact that he's defending Peszek well. He's getting a stick on a lot of balls that are going to Peszek, making them uncatchable.
Right. We've seen a lot of that, and Dominic has not been able to have balls.
Shovel ahead for Jacek. Could be a 2-on-1. Could be a 3-on-2 if Vodolon makes the substitution. Foolish. Oh, a bad pass from Tomasz Jasek. You hate to, nice kid, you hate to see it. Block up to Hayek. Hayek is silent tonight. Cobra able to bury. Almost has himself an assist there, but Proska. Big pick. Blocked in front. Schruta could have got himself another break here. Runs 2-on-1 with Kressel. Foolish down low. And Schruta will wisely pull it out.
So we have some predictions also coming from across the big pond, from New York via Missouri all the way to even St. Catharines in Canada and Vancouver. Yeah, it seems like it's the Wolves game so far.
Wolves were my pick, but, you know, I did think it was going to be a little closer than this, honestly. You know, this is a 9-goal margin now here in the fourth quarter. I'm not sure if too many comebacks come back from this deficit. And that night, that drop there from Honza Polak is just endemic. Big save there. I believe Slavic got a piece, but they're not saying for his reset. There's the reset. Formagnac, watched by Vodalan. Kuchera. Haas leveled by Shimon Kuchera. Haas able to control it, 3-on-1 again. Tilsher. I'd like to see that one clipped up later.
We sure can do that.
I don't know, you got a mouse in your pocket. I am technically incapable of making that clip, but Kuba Marash stands tall and just...
I'll make it for you.
Oh, I thank you very much.
That body language alone, that disappointment, right?
I feel like, what's the music for that one? Womp, womp, womp.
That one. Yeah, it's not like the Custodes are giving up either, though. I mean, a 9-goal lead. We still have 6 minutes to go. Technically, it is doable. I don't know if we will see it happen, but if somebody can make it happen, then it's the Custodes.
Vojta Postupa. Watched by Hulesh. Again, quality on the forecheck there from Hansa Hulesh. Big sweeping check. There it is. If this ball ends up with a Hansa Hulesh goal, that's because of that forecheck. Crease. Marish up to Blaha. Unable to hold on to that one. Martin Halorot.
Yeah, Custodes cannot afford losing balls this easily. Peshek, obviously.
I think Halorot is shooting weird. I think got wall of the ball. Lukasz Kuchera with unsportsmanlike conduct.
I did not see that happen. What happened?
He said something to Radek, and I bet, honestly, it wasn't that bad.
Don't know, can't comment
Don't
on
know,
that.
don't know, can't know, can comment. I bet it wasn't that bad.
Well, he's in the sin bin. And the Custodes really can't use a man down right now.
Not what you want for the Custodes.
No, 4 minutes, and they need those goals, and, you know.
I don't know if I've ever heard Lukasz Kuchera say a bad word about anybody, so I'm curious what he said. I want to know.
I will try to find out for you later. That's our locker room talk.
Braden Moore chased them down. Peshek, watched by Braden Moore. Slip pick. Oh, off the bar. Smart play for Peshek, going into his backcourt. Full clock here.
Yeah.
Proska, also very quiet tonight.
True, we haven't seen much from him.
Wow, a check from Haas. Ooh, I think that was white-on-white crime there.
Yeah, it was.
Peshek.
Sometimes it sounds worse than it is.
Peppa Haas. Yeah, goal there for Peppa Haas. It might have been in twice. I think it was that backspin skipper.
Right,
yeah.
right. I mean,
because like there was like three Wolves players with their hands up, and like I don't think it was conspiracy there. I think it might have been in, skipped out, and then kicked in by a Custodes player once more.
Lucky for us as the officials, you can't score twice on that,
yeah.
so it's not 2 goals. It's just 1. No double jeopardy.
We might be approaching a running clock game here in the semifinal, which is not what anybody saw coming.
Definitely not. But I can tell anybody watching, if you missed that first quarter, go back to that and rewatch that. That was just some exciting stuff.
Kobe Formaniak puts the game in his own hands, tries to convert something. The 14-year-old, love to see it.
2.5 minutes left, and I think it's safe to say that
Wow,
the Custodes will be playing for bronze.
It's an interesting not call there.
Peszek.
Kuchera, underneath.
Ken Prochaska.
Good pick from Brokey. Matusz Tilsher looks great.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Luckily, the injury from earlier this season has not taken away any of his skill. Times up.
I thought that shot came in time, but 2 minutes remaining here in this fourth quarter. 2 minutes remaining in the game. A 10-goal deficit, likely insurmountable for the Wolves. They're going to take a little bit of air out of this ball every possession here on out. Friedel finds his corner. Religiously only shoots top corners. 7 seconds. Nice pass. Beautiful rebound by Tomáš Knotek. And has the wherewithal to kind of slow it down and say, guys, the clock's more valuable than the goal. So
yeah, absolutely.
Kind of
had a 10-goal lead.
He had that, would have been oh, wow. And Hanzo Hulish eventually caps off that goal for Knotek's rebound. It was just inside that right leg of Kuba Mares, who doesn't look super happy with himself, but I don't know if he's unhappy with himself. I think he's played a great game, actually, in the second half. Maybe not the first half, but the second half has been a great performance.
Holy cow. Well, safe to say nobody saw this one coming. The Custodes trailing back now 11 goals in this first semifinal of the NBLL. Certainly a disappointment for the Custodes team. Wolves are easily moving into
I'd like to see this next Wolves goal, because I don't know if anyone's ever gotten the Custodes on running clock time.
And we will have a 1 minute 10-second running time.
There isn't stat for this. You'd have to actually go through every single game score in the second half to ever, and that rule is relatively recent too.
Because Custodes only lost 3 times, it's not going to be that hard to find out. So we will find out for you and let the commentators for the bronze medal game tomorrow
if that rule existed in 2005, when they recently lost. So I'm not sure.
I will find out. We definitely have enough people here who've been around. Actually, that's when I started officiating. I should know.
Tomáš Jasek just off the mark.
Oh, God, I just realized that it's that long ago.
I was in high school.
Yeah, shush. Okay.
Last minute of play here. Lukáš Kuchera. I believe he's got 4. I think
Martin Hodan does not look happy or excited at this very moment.
Kuchera with his 5th. At least his 5th. Maybe his 6th.
And we are going to the last 30 seconds in this first semifinal. And wow.
That'll just about do it here, kids.
Yeah. I think this is safe to say that we will be seeing Wolves in the final tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Central European Time.
I'm sure there's a line on that with Vegas, but yeah, I believe you're safe, yes.
They're still fighting, though. Last second, they're still fighting, and it's over. Ladies and gentlemen, the LC Wolves moving into the final tomorrow against who? We will see. What's the tip on the next game for you? What do you think?
I honestly don't know. I can't put a dollar down on that one. That one, That game has not been played. So this game is now over. The next game has not been played since last year, first part of the season last year, right? So Nizhny Mesto beat Malešice badly in the second meeting, and Malešice beat Nizhny Mesto by 1 in the first game. So
yeah, Malešice definitely isn't the team it was at the beginning of the season,
not.
so it's safe to say that it will be hard-fought battle. Anybody who knows me will know that I have no bets, no tips on anybody. I just want to see a good game of lacrosse, and that we can promise you. This was Brian Whitmer and Barbara Zelenay. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to stay on for that second semifinal in an hour and 15 minutes. Tell your friends and join us.
Thanks, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
So we're here after the semi-final game between the Radotin teams, the Wolves and the Custodes, which led us to a 11-point victory for the Wolves. So how is that happening? Why do you have 11 points difference? Where did you lost your pace?
Well, first of all, I don't think that should happen in any game. And if it's a semi-final, it's just not enough to win the whole league. So we got what we deserved. We were just poor, and it was our worst game of the season.
That may be, but the game was very quick too. Did you have struggle fitting in with your athletics through the other team?
I guess, I mean, they have more numbers than us. I think that was quite evident during the game. So we were tired like around the second period already, and we also got some older guys, so it wasn't ideal.
So what is your wish for this season and for the next one coming up?
I mean, this one, we have to win the game for the third place. I think we can be fourth. I mean, Custodes should be first every year, so it's disappointing to say the least, but I'm not sure what will happen next year because maybe the teams will be switched again. I'm not really sure, but I'm looking forward to it.
We are looking forward to. This was Lukáš Kučera from LC Custodes, and coming up next is Brian Moore from the Wolves. Brandon, this was an amazing game. You made it to the final here. How do you feel? How are your experiences here now.
I mean, yeah. So this is my first year ever playing in the NBLL. I'm American. I'm a university student here, and so it's just been an amazing opportunity to get to play, let alone now go to the championship. So it's just been surreal. Today I was fired up. I was ready to play, and I think the whole team was. In the locker room, we felt it. We were just hungry, and it turned out well.
So did you enjoy? Had a lot of fun in the game too, yourself?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, it's so fun to be out there just to play, and especially winning is nice too, So it was great.
How are you looking forward for tomorrow's game? Because Jižní Město is pretty pumped up, or maybe Malešice now. So which one do you prefer to play, and how are you looking forward to it?
Oh man, so in the regular season we lost to Malešice twice. I'd like to see them in the final, maybe get some revenge. Obviously, Jižní Město is a great team. We'll see what happens tonight, and we'll take whoever we get and hopefully win.
Thank you, Braden. This was Phil Lutke and Braden Moore coming you live from the LCC Arena. See you later. And don't forget to change the link now, because our broadcast is coming up to another link. See you there.